Containers Limited, Trademark East Africa, and Rockefeller Foundation. I also thank the exhibitors, speakers, and sessions chairs who have graciously agreed to do this and to share with us ideas during this summit.
Recording in progress.
I thank you, all delegates who are participating physically and virtually, for finding the time to be part of this historical 9th African Grain Trade Summit and in celebrating with us the EAGC at 15 years. Finally, I do thank the Secretariat of EAGC, led by our Executive Director, Mr. Gerard Masila, for organizing the summit and urge them to keep up the good work that they do for us, the members and grain stakeholders. Our chief guest and other delegates, I thank you all and wish you a very fruitful engagement of this. Thank you very much.
A clap for our chairman for the remarks and for welcoming us. Thank you very much. And now, again, in the interest of time, because we will catch up on time, I'm sure, we will then get a quick word from our sponsors, starting with Munir Thabit, followed by Dr. Apollos Nwafo. Munir, karibu.
Honorable Adil Mohammed, Mr. Kevin Desai, regulators, ambassadors, distinguished guests, all protocols observed. Since time is at a premium, I just would want us to remove our corporate mindset and just try and appreciate a perspective from the private companies involved in both grain and in milling. When you look at East and Central and Southern Africa, the rains are cyclical. Starts from one country to the other, the region. So with that in mind, let's step back and think of the wild beast migration. Why am I saying this? The wild beast migration has been happening for thousands of years. And it's simply because of two things. It's rain, which is cyclical, and grass. The wild beasts, zebras and all that migrate from the Mara to Serengeti. Millions of animals, herbivorous, but in a very timely manner. They cross rivers infested with crocodiles, and some of them along the way are faced with lions. But still, at the right time, they will migrate, and at the right time, they will move, depending on the rain, for greener pastures. Now, the grains is the same. So I'm stepping back, going back to my maternal genealogy, which is Maasai, and asking, can't we have the same effort, just as with the wild beasts? They are faced with lions, they are faced with crocodiles, but in a timely manner, they will migrate for thousands of years. Why can't we replace wild beasts with trucks, such that they come from the harvested regions to where the grains are required in a timely manner? And such that, just as we have wild beast migration as one of the wonders of the world, let's have a seamless, efficient EAC and the larger Southern Africa, Central Africa business trade, because they're also under COMESA. Same, and let's make that the 8th wonder of the world. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Another clap for Munir. He has told us something to learn from. And now we listen to our other sponsor, Dr. Apollos Nwafo, from the Alliance for a Green Revolution in Africa. Is the Vice President in charge of policy and state capability. Doctor.
Thank you. I guess everyone can hear me. Excellencies, ambassadors, Madam Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Adan Mohammed, and Principal Secretary, Dr. Kevit Tsai. It's great to be here today. I would like to thank you all for gracing today's occasion and to say greetings to all of you distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Like was earlier said, time is of essence here, so I'll be quite brief with a number of things. First of all, I want to congratulate EAGC for its 15 years of existence and the fact that our grain farmers, you know, as well as our cereal growers and all the stakeholders who are part of EAGC have come this far. And we've seen changes in the sector as a result, you know, of the work you do, you know, and the fact that you've opened up markets and countries across borders. I think that's a great feat, and 15 years down the line, you have demonstrated your relevance to food security and agricultural transformation within the East African region and beyond, particularly the COMESA member states, which includes some of the Southern African states. So I think that's something to congratulate yourselves for. And those of us who are standing here today, Gerald, my friend and brother, did call us sponsors. I prefer not to be called a sponsor. I think that's quite, what word should I use? I'll be careful. I'll be careful about the word I use. So I'll prefer to use the word partner, right? Yes, we're partners together and we will remain partners going forward. Thank you, Gerald. Let me also say here that, you know, for us in Agra, where we do host the Food Trade Coalition of Gerald, you know, EAGC sits as part of the steering committee for the Food Trade Coalition of Africa. We're very pleased that we are partnering with EAGC to hold this 9th Grain Trade Summit. If we're going to look at the future of grain trade in Africa, then we need to look back at some of the things we've seen in the last few years. For time's sake, we won't go back to them, but I would like us to think about what's happened in the last 2.5 years. One of them has been the pandemic. A health challenge has become an agricultural challenge. It's become a market challenge. It's become a farmer income challenge. It's become a food security issue, right? And that tells us a lot that grain trade is critical and pivotal to food security, to health and nutrition as far as this continent is concerned. And we need to think about that the work we do has an impact on people's lives, has an impact on economic growth, and has an impact, you know, on livelihoods, as well as ensuring the future of our children because of issues around nutrition. So the future of grain trade in Africa is about the future of Africa's economy, in building back better first, but also sustaining the growth and development that we're looking for in this continent. One of the things we've always pushed for as far as Agra is concerned is the fact that smallholder farmers remain at the center of Africa's inclusive agricultural transformation. We very much know that a lot of the grains that we do trade on are staples, you know, like the maize or the soya bean, you know, or the peanuts, the cashew nuts, the macadamia, you know, quite a number of these, you know, or it's the rice actually, you know, and these products are important, you know, not just for ourselves, but also for the fact that it helps our kids to go to school